Hey guys, how's it going? I'll give you guys a second to take your seat. Then we're going to get into some practical trading advice, some strategies to actually make money trading crypto. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Zach Folkman. I am one of the founders of the Crypto Watch along with Randall, who you just heard from. Randall kind of covers more of our venture capital stuff, whereas I'm going to talk specifically about a system that we use to trade both internally and we teach other people how to use to be successful trading crypto. Just going to give everyone a second to get in their seats and then we'll get right into it. So as it says on the screen right there, this is in fact our system for low risk, massive gain trading with cryptocurrency. And of course, what talk about crypto would this be without at least one Lamborghini, right? It's been a massive, massive deficit of Lamborghinis at this show, so we're here to fix that. So first things first, by a show of hands, how many people in here actually own or actively trade cryptocurrency right now? Awesome. Awesome. So I can tell this is already a little bit of an advanced group, so I'm going to try to make sure that everything is as useful to you as possible. So real quick, just to get a sense, how many people that just raised their hands trading crypto, their portfolio is worth less now than it was last year or when they first started it? Yeah, so at least 50% of the room that said that they're actively trading crypto. And if you didn't raise your hand, don't worry, I totally get it. You just don't want to admit it to yourself. Sometimes it's not real until you tell somebody else, so I get it. Now, the thing is that yes, cryptocurrency is a very volatile asset class. I'm sure that you guys know that already. I'm sure we've been talking about that a lot at the event already. But that being said, our portfolio, our main portfolio today is much, much bigger, even in this bear market, than it was all through 2017 when things were going crazy. Now, does that mean that my account value is the most it's ever been today? No. But I have more actual capital in cryptocurrency than I did when I first invested. Now, most people who got into crypto in 2017 or 2018, early in the year, whatever it might be, probably think, well, how is that even possible? You know, like Bitcoin, the measuring currency that everything's held to is at a third of what it was last year. All the altcoins have basically dried up and shriveled up and everyone's ran away. The volume of trading is very, very low. But the reason is because when everything was going crazy and everyone was really excited and everyone was like, oh, have you heard about this Bitcoin thing? We knew it was too good to be true. While everybody else was getting really hyped and excited, we were already selling out of our positions and waiting for the next setup, okay? How many people in here that are trading crypto actually have a systematic approach that they use when they're trading? Okay. Only one or two hands, a so-so. So that means that the majority of you that are either holding or trading cryptocurrency do not have a system that you use. And at the end of the day, it's probably very emotional or irrational decisions that you're making, right? Either chasing highs or trying to avoid new lows. And one of the biggest problems that we see is without a systematic approach, people don't know when to take their profits and they don't know when to walk away, okay? So today, my goal is to share with you the exact system that we use when we're trading so that we don't lose money. Now, I know that sounds kind of basic, but when you're investing, especially in an asset class that's very volatile like crypto, it is important that you have a strategy to avoid losing money when volatility happens, which we all know it's going to happen. That's why we love crypto. The same volatility that allows us to make those massive gains is the same volatility that sets us up for devastating losses. So when you understand this and you play to this, you're going to have a much better time and much better results. Okay, so first things first, before we get into that stuff, let me go back. This clicker doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, so how many people in here are already a member of the Crypto Watch Facebook group? Okay, I see some hands, but by the end of today, every single one of you should be a member. It's 100% free to join, and you get access to people like myself, Randall, who was just up here, my partner Chase, who's a master when it comes to equities, Ty, who you're gonna hear from, who's a whiz at technical analysis. And this is basically, we've assembled this team to inform people like you how to win and succeed with crypto. You see, for us as major wallet holders, it's not in our interest for all of you guys to get burned trading crypto. The more success you guys have with crypto and go and tell your friends and family and share an approach that's actually working, the better the overall market is gonna be. So me sharing this stuff with you, it's not like I'm giving away some sort of proprietary info that's gonna hurt me when you know it. In fact, the better we all become as traders together, the better our investments will be. Everyone in this room is not late when it comes to cryptocurrency. You are very, very early. Okay, so this is us on Facebook. We now have, I don't know, well over 40,000 members. I took this picture a couple months ago. But we are the premier group when it comes to sharing cryptocurrency investment strategies and information. So, in addition to that, like we're doing here today, we absolutely love to teach other people how to succeed with cryptocurrency. We do CIS, we do all sorts of events whenever we can possibly get out and share this vital information because like I said, the more you guys succeed with crypto investing, the more we succeed with crypto investing. We need to be really good stewards of this technology and teach other people how to get good results so that they don't just get burned, frustrated, and walk away. Okay, so now, how many people in here, by a show of hands, either went to college or has some sort of college education? Yeah, cool. So the fact of the matter is, when I went to college, I was Mr. Anti-Technology, okay? I hated technology. I didn't use my computer to register for classes, so I always missed class registration, and I ended up taking the most random liberal arts classes you could imagine, like a full year of charcoal drawing, and my handwriting's not even legible, right? And I took a full year of Italian, got an A, and can't say anything in Italian other than like buongiorno or something like that. But the fact of the matter is, I was so anti-technology because I didn't realize what it could do for me. But we don't have to look too far to realize that people who are in control or creating technology are actually the ones who are able to set their own goals, be able to set their own destiny, and really control their lives. Now, again, I didn't know any of this stuff going into college, and I really hated it. So the thing is, crypto is nothing more than the next wave of technology. And like I didn't understand technology when I was going into school, I was poised finally because we learned how to take advantage of this. And I started my first business doing digital advertising and media, and it got me into technology. Now, at the time, like I said, this was me, this is how I really felt about it. And when I went to college, because I didn't know how to register for courses that I wanted to take, this is pretty much what I spent my 4 years doing, was learning how to party. Now, while that's fun, I had a great time, there was no need to pay $80,000 to learn how to take advantage of technology. So by the time I graduated and I actually learned this stuff, and I was kind of understanding technology and how I was going to use it to kind of build my own business, and I was learning from friends who were already doing it. This was me on the day I graduated from law school. Now, I was in debt over $200,000 and really had no idea how I was going to get myself out. Again, that's when I really dove into technology and realized that everyone that I saw that was being really successful and on their own terms was taking advantage of technology one way or another. So I decided that I had no choice but to learn this stuff, and went on, I found a mentor. Next thing I knew, I was running a successful digital marketing agency, okay? That was back in 2011. So, over the years, As that grew, I was plugged in more and more with technology, seeing what it could do, and being on the cutting edge of what was coming next. Now, I've done very, very, very well with performance marketing and our digital agency, and it's made us millions of dollars. But when I came in and learned about the internet, I was on that downward trend when it was still new. I wasn't there at the peak when everything was catching on. If I had been there at the very beginning of when the internet and advertising was really starting to take off, I never would have had to go to college. I never would have had to go to law school. I never would have been broke or in debt, and I probably wouldn't be standing here even talking to you guys because I'd be retired to an island. Now, while that's not possible for me, I can't go back in time and, magically be the first to the party. We got lucky enough where being in the world of technology, we were already poised for the next wave of technology, which was crypto. So we moved down to the Virgin Islands back in 2013. We moved our business there. And when we did, something really, really interesting happened. We became part of a very, very small circle of people, hedge fund managers, all these different billionaires that were moving down to the islands to avoid, paying massive, massive federal tax bills. Now, 100% legit. It's a government program, so it's 100% fine. But this is what people do when they start doing really well, selling their businesses. They find ways to minimize their tax. Well, while we were there and we were part of that ecosystem, we were hearing a lot of rumblings about this crypto stuff. And it was a day much like this where we were hanging out with our buddies on our boat when one of our friends was like, hey, have you heard about this stuff called Ethereum? Now, at the time, we had never heard of Ethereum. We knew what Bitcoin was. We'd had some, bought some, traded it, but it wasn't really what it was at the time. I think this was 2016, I believe. So when we first heard about Ethereum, it was at $4, okay? How many people think that if they bought Ethereum at $4, they would still be very, very, very happy today, even with Ethereum taking a massive dive? Yeah. I mean, it's a no-brainer. So the answer is not, crypto's good or crypto's bad. It's simply a matter of timing and educating yourself what's next, what's coming around the corner, and what are those opportunities that I am still able to take advantage of. I hear people all the time complaining, oh yeah, well, I bought Dogecoin because Bitcoin was too expensive for me. How is that possible? If you can invest $10,000 into Dogecoin, you can invest that same $10,000 into Bitcoin, right? It's just a mental thing. People think you need to own millions and millions of coins and maybe you'll be lucky and just like the Powerball, your number will get called, that random altcoin that you bought and forgot about is magically gonna rise and boom, you're gonna be rich and everything's gonna be great. That is not smart investing, okay? So, again, along came cryptocurrency. And like I said, everything changed. The opportunities that were available to us were like no other. Being able to buy Ethereum at $4, all the way up to $19, and it still wasn't on anybody's radar, okay? So, we started jumping into it and playing around, and Chase, my business partner, I think he just walked out, he has a background in traditional securities and options trading. So we decided, what if we took what's working for us and working for all these other financial institutions and just apply that same systematic approach that we're using to make consistent gains to the crypto market. Now, at the time, when we started thinking about this, even the exchanges that we were trading on didn't provide us the data or the information that we needed to be able to do this effectively. So what we had to do was go out and build a lot of this technology ourselves. We had to take what we were using in the securities markets and apply it to the crypto markets. But once we did, something crazy started to happen. Okay, we figured out that we could use the same techniques that were making us 5% on an equities trade and apply it to the crypto market with much more volatility and make trades like this one right here where we made 112% net profit in what, I think 5 days or 10 days, okay? Now, you see at the bottom of the screen, can you guys see right here where it says still holding 16,000 risk-free coins? You guys see that? Write down the term risk-free coins. I don't see anybody writing. I'm giving you guys the simplest solution to make money with crypto. Write this stuff down, please. You're only hurting yourself. Risk-free coins is how we have built a massive, massive portfolio while minimizing our risk exposure and being able to hold our positions long-term through up or down markets without it affecting us emotionally or financially, okay? Now, I'm gonna get into how to actually do this later, but then just to give you guys an idea, here's another example where we use the exact same approach to make 59%, and I believe this one was in 5 days. Yeah, 5 days. So again, this was another trade where we executed it exactly the same as we would in a traditional equities market, but applied it to crypto, and instead of seeing a 5 or a 12% gain, we were able to see a 59% gain in a short window of time. Now, just one more. Oh, I think I took some slides out. Okay, so how many people want to actually learn the system that we use to be able to make these sort of trades and keep risk-free coins? Only, okay, so the other people, not hands up, you guys can leave. This isn't for you. For all the people that do want to make money though, get those pens out because here we go. So this is a lot simpler than it sounds. Chai, who actually is our technical analyst, is going to come up here after me and dive in deeper to the technical side of things. But right now, I want to take kind of a 30,000-foot view and just show you the simple approach that we use. Literally, even I do this, and I'm not very technically savvy, like I said. So the first thing that you need to know is what coins to buy. Now, obviously, some people already have some sort of an idea because when I mentioned Dogecoin, I heard a lot of people laugh, so already I know that you guys are in the right room in the right place. You have to understand that there are certain coins, no matter how cheap they are and how many you can get your hands on, that are always going to be worth dog shit. They are not worth investing in, period, okay? So, you need to have a fundamental system that avoids getting ripped off as an investor. How many people heard a new press release at the end of last year for some coin they never heard, and then by their lunch break they were running home to go purchase that coin? Or you saw your friend talk about a coin, right? And you don't even know what it is. You don't understand what these special ring signatures are that makes this an amazing new breakthrough in the cryptocurrency world, but you're holding it in your wallet. How many people have had an experience like that? I know I have. So if you guys haven't, I don't know. Maybe you're not trading enough. So step 2, when you have a coin that you absolutely feel is worth investing in, okay? The Bitcoins, the protocols that aren't going anywhere, the companies that are actually producing a real product and have real customers right now. When you find those companies and you identify them, you need to have a technical, sound way of understanding how to buy it for a low price. Okay? How many people in here have heard that good old investing theory, buy low, sell high? Yeah, but the harder thing is actually being able to execute on it, okay? If it was as easy as just buy low, sell high, then everybody would do it. We would all be gajillionaires, and there wouldn't be any need for us to be talking about this. So you have to know when you buy to get the lowest possible price. Even Dogecoin, a coin that has basically no real value to it, has a low price, and it has a high price. Now, the difference, the variance between the low and the high price might be very, very slim because there's just not much value there. However, there is a low price and a high price, and when you can identify it, it allows you to have a lot more leeway in your trades. If you knew that you were buying Bitcoin at, call it $7,000, and it wouldn't fall lower than $6,200, would you be panicking? Knowing that the upside is, $20,000 we've already seen as an all-time high, and it could go even higher? No, you wouldn't be freaking out. You would be biding your time, patiently waiting for the time when your asset appreciates above whatever that low price you paid for it was. So you have to understand that when you're speculating on cryptocurrency, or really anything for that matter, you need to know when the right time is to buy low. So this is basically an approach that works in very volatile markets because, again, even with a bad coin like Dogecoin, like I said, you can buy it low, sell it high for a profit, and be out and make some money. That doesn't mean I recommend doing that, but you have to understand that all currencies have lows and highs that they trade at. Now, to avoid any mistakes that we might make, because we're not perfect, our technical indicators aren't perfect, what we do is we use a term called averaging down. So what we do is anytime we see a coin, we do the fundamental analysis. We say, that's a great coin, I want to invest in it, and I'm going to call it $100,000 into that coin. The way most people do it is they decide how much they're going to allocate to a trade, whether it's $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, it doesn't matter. And they say, okay, I'm going to buy that much of this coin. And what do? They go out and they place a buy order for $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000 worth of the coin. And then they sit back and wait for the order to get filled, and they go, hooray, I'm done. Now, the problem with that is, on any given day, I don't care if it's a cryptocurrency, a stock, bonds, it does not matter. There is a 50-50 chance that the stock is going to go up that day, and there is a 50-50 chance that it's going to go down. Even if you're all the way at the bottom of the price of the price variance, there is still the 50-50 chance that it's going to go down. You can't lie to yourself like walking up to a roulette wheel in Vegas that's printed out red winner, like red numbers for the last 10 numbers. It's still 50-50 that it's going to come up red or black. And really it's less because of 0, 00. We won't get into that. However, what happened in the past is only an indicator of what will happen in the future. It is no guarantee. So what we do is we split that $1,000, $10,000, $100,000 into 3 different legs, and we deploy it at 3 different times. Now what this does is when we buy that first chunk, let's say the price goes down. Well, now we can buy again, and that brings our average price much closer to the new low that the coin is at. And if it happens again, we repeat, bringing it even further down. Now, you might be saying, well, what if the price goes up and, now I'm paying more than I did on the first day and I would have got a better price? It's fine. Because using this averaging approach, you will always be safer than just going crazy and throwing all your money at the trade. I would rather have a slightly high averaged price on my coins than I would have all of my coins 50% the value because I bought on the wrong day, my trades were early, and even if I made a good trade, just to get back to break even takes even longer if I deployed all my capital on day one. How many people understand that? Awesome. Okay, so again, I don't have a ton of time here today, and I want to make sure that we're hitting all of this. So if you guys have questions or anything, just save it till the end. I'll do my very best to answer them. Okay, so then the third step, and this is actually the hardest step for every single trader that I know, me included. And we've actually had this conversation in our office a whole bunch of times. The hardest part of any trade is closing it out and taking your profits, okay? So many people, they see it going up. Now your position's doubled. You bought $10,000 worth of, I don't know, EOS, doesn't matter. And now it's at 20,000. And you know that you just doubled your money, right? What do most people do? They go, oh, I don't know if I should sell. That's the first thing. They start thinking they should sell, but then they second guess it. And then they say, but it could go higher. It could, but would you rather have 100% profit locked in with all your money off the table, or would you rather have a potential to still lose all the money that you put in the trade? Now, maybe you're a gambler. I don't know. I don't want to be presumptuous and tell you what you'd prefer. But for the purposes of stacking money consistently in trading, the answer is always take the profits. always. I don't care if you made 10%, 100%, or 1,000%. Take the profits, lock them in. Because how many people in here, just by a show of hands, have had a coin, it was way up, the value of the coin was way up from where they originally purchased it, but they didn't sell, only to watch it fall below their original purchase value? Yeah. How many of you wish that you could get in a time machine, go back in time, and sell it when you were up? Yeah. Unfortunately, that is not step 3. I don't have a time machine up here for you guys. But what I can do is educate you to the point where when that opportunity comes up, you're like, oh, should I sell? Oh, wait. That Zach guy was telling me about this. And I did this before, and it really sucked. So maybe I'm going to do the other thing and lock in my profits. So the thing is, really, when you're sitting there and you're looking at your account and, it's December of last year and every day it's up 50%, 100%, and every day and you're like, whoa, this is awesome. You don't want to sell because it feels so good. You don't want to sell and lose out on whatever tomorrow might bring. But the thing is, when it feels too good to be true, it is. I promise you it is. It doesn't matter if it goes up for 4 weeks after the day that you should have sold, you still should have sold and locked in the profits, because those profits in your account are not real until you can go take it to the bank and spend it on stuff in real life, okay? That is very important, getting that in your head. So, you need to have a system to take the human emotion out of the equation. Because everybody in here, when I asked who has a system and only one hand kind of went up, one like this, you do not have a system to override your basic human emotions when trading. The reason that wealth managers are so good at managing your money, because they can sleep at night whether you made money or lost money. They get their 1% or 2% on whatever money they're managing, regardless of how they perform for you. I know this because my banker at UBS is always telling me on bad months and quarters, oh yeah, it's just cyclical. It's like, yeah, it's cyclical. Well, why am I paying you this cycle? Why am I the only one who has to pay? So the thing is, when you remove the human emotion from the equation and you simply do it by the book, you are going to watch your profits just stack up and become real to the point where you can spend them. Now, just to make this even more real for you, think about this idea of going to Vegas again, okay? You walk into the casino, you put $100 down on the roulette table, and you say, give me black 4. Let me put it on black, right? 4 comes up, it's a black number, boom. You just doubled your $100, now you have $200. Now, you have 2 options, right? Option 1 is to just do what every drunk guy or girl that comes to Vegas does, and they're like, well, just let it ride, like, yeah, get a cocktail. And eventually what's gonna happen is by the time the waitress comes over with your drink, you've probably lost all the money on the table. You're out. But think about it like this. What if you doubled your money? You made $100, and instead of letting everything ride, you just took your $100, the original $100, off the table and put it back in your pocket. Well, now you're a winner no matter what happens. You have $100 that you can play with of free money, and then you have your capital, your initial $100, safely back in your pocket. This is exactly what we do with this 3-step system right here. And when I was talking about risk-free coins earlier, and I told you guys, write down risk-free coins because this is the secret to growing massive portfolios with very little risk. The answer is taking your initial trade capital off the table as soon as the indicators tell you you have made a good decision. Pull your money out, but leave all those profits in risk-free coins. Now, if we were trading a crappy coin like Dogecoin, I would never tell you to do that. I would say you got lucky, dump everything you have, convert it all to Bitcoin, and save it as Bitcoin or use it for a better coin. But if you remember, step 1 was only invest in good quality projects and coins. The reason we do that is this gives us the ability, if we're correct with our, with our investing like assessment of whatever these companies are, this gives us risk-free positions in coins that we believe in the future, they're gonna do great. Whether it's 6 months, a year, 2 months, or 2 years, 5 years, I don't care because my money is not wrapped up in it. Now, when the company does something cool, I can get really excited about it without saying, well, why isn't the price going up? Who cares? The price will go up when the price is reflected by investors. Everybody who's investing in crypto expects it to move like the stock market, but it doesn't. You're investing in startups that realistically are going to take anywhere between 3 and 5 years to actually do what they said they were going to do in the white paper that forced you, or led you, let's say led you, to invest in them in the first place, okay? Now, you have to know when to take profits and not be greedy, because if you don't know that, and you can't execute on that, that's even harder, is knowing when and failing to do it. It really hurts. You're gonna get stuck holding and waiting, and while like HODL is like a funny term and it's like great for license plates, whatever, it is not a good investing strategy unless what you're holding you believe will have future value and you don't have a lot of your money emotionally tied up in it. Now your money's free to go make other investments, other trades, take advantage of other trade setups, and hold risk-free coins. Okay, so I know that this is kind of a lot to throw at you guys, and I've given this exact same talk at some really high-level masterminds with really savvy investors. So if this is a little bit much and it's kind of like overwhelming, I totally get that. That's why I actually have Ty, he's gonna be coming up next, and he's gonna talk a little bit about the technical indicators and how to take advantage of them. But first things first, if you're not a tech guy like me, or if you're just used to, if you're like, hey, Zach, you know, honestly, this is cool, but this is just so much more than I can really handle, I want to introduce you to a few of the people from our free Facebook group that I told you about before. People that you can interact with. They're waiting to meet you guys as soon as you sign up. And I want you to hear what some of them are actually saying about the results that they're getting when they switched from using this emotional or let's just say unsophisticated approach to investing and started using this simple 3-step system. We good on sound? How do we play the sound? Should have put subtitles just in case.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience with Crypto Watch Group. First invested in Bitcoin crypto back in 2016. I was really just winging it, which is a fast way to lose money. This led me to really dig and search for resources, for mentors, for information, and thank God I found the Crypto Watch. Day one, been blown away. Everyone's helping me out. Everyone's helping everyone out, from the leaders down. They really care about you. They want you to succeed. They want you to build the life that you thought you could never have. I mean, how often did you find the Crypto Watch brief? You remember when everything was crashing? The call that they called was up 20%. When everyone's freaking out, oh my God. My personal portfolio, I'm up 1,500% in less than 6 months with house money, completely de-risked. 2018 is going to be a big year for me. I mean, let's keep moving forward, you guys. Let's do this.
So when we met, his portfolio was down. Coming out of 2017 when everybody was holding positions and then in 2018 watching it fall, he was 100% de-risked. All of his initial money was back in his bank account and he was up 1,500% holding nothing but risk-free coins. How many people right now wish their portfolio was 1,500% up and didn't have any of their initial capital caught up in it, especially in this bear market? Yeah. So the stuff that I'm talking about, people are really using this stuff to master this stuff and put it on autopilot because really, this shouldn't be difficult. If you're emotionally like, oh, I don't know what to do, you're doing something wrong, you're trading too big. So one more person, I want you to hear from Jev, one of our other students as well. Take it away.
What's up, guys? My name is Jev Medill. I'm from Victoria, BC, Canada. I've been in crypto since summer of 2017. When I first got into crypto, I really didn't know what I was doing. I was getting my information from wherever I could find it, really, Reddit, whatever I could find online, Facebook groups, and that didn't work out for me at all. The first altcoin I bought, I got sucked into a total moonshot FOMO deal. I was reading all about it on my lunch break at work, rushed home to buy it, and of course it was at a total peak. It dropped about 30%. I held on to it for about 2 months and sold at a loss. A good friend of mine introduced me to the watch, and all of a sudden, just a wealth of knowledge and research and fundamentals and technical analysis, and people willing to help you all at your fingertips. My favorite strategy I learned from Chase is just simple but effective one. Pulling out your principal if a coin does well. If your coin doubles, pull out your principal investment, ride on free coins. Since I've been in the watch, which has been since August, I've had 3 coins that have 10x or greater. One of those coins had a huge run back in December. I sold a big chunk of it off, cashed out to fiat, and it's helping me pay for my upcoming wedding in June, which is awesome. So yeah, the watch has helped me out massively financially, really just giving me a renewed optimism towards my future. So thanks, watch.
Yeah, so Jev is a perfect example. When everybody in 2017 was watching these coins moon and watching these massive profits and just waiting and hoping, Jev was being smart and he was taking our advice and using our system. And what did he say? In 2017 in December, when 3 of my coins, 10x or greater, I sold off a big chunk and used it to pay for my wedding. Now, the thing is, if you left that money in those coins and just watched them go up and down and up and down, maybe he would have made more, maybe he would have lost it all. But his family would not be thanking him for throwing the wedding and not having to have them pay for the wedding because all of his money would have been stuck in crypto. The thing is, this just demonstrates what I was saying, which is the money is not real when it's sitting in these coins that you have no control or future hope for. The profits are only profits when you take your money off the table, okay? So if you guys get nothing else from me, nothing else, it's this. Only invest in coins that you truly believe in. Coins that you are really excited for what their future holds and how they're changing and influencing our world. Number 2, buy smart, buy low. And don't throw all your money at one trade at a time. Break it into thirds, even if that means a slightly higher average, because it also could mean a lower average as well. It is the safer, mathematically sound approach to getting good returns. And finally, don't get greedy. Please, when you see your profits are already stacking up, and you can take your capital off the table, do it. Lock in those profits, and like Jev, go use it to do something in the real world because you can't spend an idea of money. You can only spend money that's in your bank account. And then take the rest, like he said, ride it out in risk-free coins. So I could have pulled tons and tons and tons of examples of this. These are just 2 of the people from the group who have done mentor coaching with us and have gotten ridiculous results. I know we have a bunch more, but I wasn't just going to sit here and show you videos. We have people in the group that have bought brand new Mercedes AMGs after coming to us with 80% of their portfolio down. After that, after taking this approach and using it, they are up 600% from their original investment. They made it all back, up 600%, and sent us a video saying, thank you so much, I'm in my brand new Mercedes AMG. That was a pretty cool day for me. Because for me to see that we can have real effect and real impact on the trading results that people are having by bringing this traditional equities approach and to honestly be the only ones to really do it, to bring it to the cryptocurrency realm, It literally has been changing people's lives. Taking people like Jev who would have been losing money, taking them 10x or greater on multiple coins, and then showing them how to exit, which, like I said, is the hardest part of any trading. So, again, we only have a short time. I think I'm almost out here. But for everybody who wants to learn this stuff in depth and actually get access to me and my partner Chase and Ty and Randall, who was up here before, we put together something for the show called the Crypto Ultimate Edge. Now, what this is this is our trading system that I just laid out for you guys, along with the technical indicators that we use to know when to buy low, when to sell and lock in profits, and how to conduct good fundamental analysis on a coin before deciding if you ever even want to buy it, okay? This is stuff that I've worked really closely with Randall talking about how to do the correct fundamental analysis of the coin or the business, working with Chase and Ty talking about how to do the technical indicators to make sure that you're buying low and selling high to lock in those profits. And then we went and actually took you through these live trades that I showed you before. The trades where we made 112% in 10 days or 59% in 5 days. And we show you from start to finish why we picked the coin, when we decided to enter and why, when we decided to sell and lock in profits, and then repeated it again and again so that you can not only learn it, but see it and then do it for yourself. So, when you sign up today for the Crypto Ultimate Edge, because we are co-sponsoring the event, we spoke to Joseph and we decided that we had to do something really, really crazy. So normally we charge $5,000 for this course. For somebody to come out and learn this stuff from us at our live events costs $30,000, okay? Like, no joke. We have people every month coming out to learn this stuff, and they pay $30,000 to do it. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna make you guys pay $30,000 to learn this stuff or anything. So what we did was we decided we were gonna do we thought, oh, let's do 50 off. I'm like, you know what, that's not enough. So we're doing a 60% off sale when you sign up here at the show. So like I said, the only way you can get this right now is to go online and buy it for $5,000. Today at the show, when you sign up, you can get access to all of this, the system, the 3-step approach, the live trades, a whole bunch of bonus content as well that we've put together to make you a really sound investor for cryptocurrency. So when you sign up today, you're not even gonna have to pay 50%. We're gonna do it for $19.97, less than $2,000. You get all of this stuff. Now, on the one hand, you might be saying, okay, well, I don't know, $2,000 is a lot of money. How much would it be worth if you could go back in time and get in that time machine and reverse those trades, both getting into them and getting out of them at the wrong time? I think we can agree it would be worth at least $5,000. And knowing how to do that over and over again as the cryptocurrency markets just continue to develop and evolve, it's gonna be priceless. This is the exact same system that we use to execute all of our trades. Taught to you guys in the simplest form from me, from Ty, from Chase, from the people that are actually doing it. So I think I'm running out of time. If you guys are interested, put your hands up back there. We got our team, Chase. I can't see, I think we got Danny back there. You guys can go see them. I'm gonna meet you guys back there, so if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them back there as well. And even if you think you can't afford it, come see us, because I guarantee you that you can't afford not to know how to do this stuff if you're going to be trading cryptocurrency. So again, thank you so much. My name's Zach Folkman. I would love to see you guys in the Crypto Watch, and would love to have you guys sign up for the Ultimate Edge so that we can actually teach you how to do this stuff for yourself. Thank you guys so much.